Hello, past clients of Summit Funding. So I started doing these videos about 8 months ago and try and send out one a month or so. You know, this video is about taking care of your #1 client. So I'll tell you a great story, and this really changed my life. My wife and I have been married for 11 years, and I had a great Victor Stursky, a great friend of mine, that married Nicole and I. And he says, Todd, well, I'll marry Nicole and you. However, you got to do something for me first. You have to come to my house with my wife Marita and I and do some premarital counseling. I said, hey, I would love it. I love stuff like that. So we go to his house and he gets some tea and we sit down and, you know, he says, Todd, tell me about your biggest client. And so I start spouting off about business. I said, well, Victor, I've got this home builder and we do such and such amount of loans for this. And he's all, shut up. And I'm like, what? I was shocked. He says, shut up. And he looks at me and looks at my wife and looks at me and looks at my wife. And it dawns on me. I'm like, whoa, he's telling me that she's my #1 client. And I said, oh, she's my #1 client. He says, yeah. He says, if I'm going to marry you for the rest of your life, she's your #1 client. And so that honestly was a game changer for me. But listen, what happens to guys, because we're dense in the head sometimes, is we don't relate so well to women. And we don't really know what makes them feel loved and things like this. I'm going to tell you one thing that, that I do and that I've taught thousands of people to do over the years is to have a date night once a week with your spouse. So my date night is Wednesday night, so every single Wednesday or Thursday night, every single Thursday night, my father-in-law comes over, watches the kids, and you know we go play 9 holes, or we go to dinner, or you know we just talk because we have 3 little kids, and it's we just have have a hard time even finding time to talk. So that's basically what date night's about. It's just doing something fun. If you want to mix it up a little bit, you each put 6 ideas on what would be a fun date night, like yoga or go for a walk or something like that, and you put them in a bowl, and then the night before you pull one out, and you get 12 different things that you're doing. Sometimes go to a movie and you're just like, oh, this is what we're doing tomorrow. So you can do fun things like that. I would tell you that I've had a few times in my life where I've gone a month or so with missing date night. I'm just telling you, it's a total game changer. It's a game changer for me. I was like, just about 3 months ago, we didn't do it for about a month and a half, and I could say, oh, I business travel, all this stuff, but the bottom line is, you get disconnected from your #1 client. And we all know what that turns into. It turns into, gosh, you know, people getting frustrated, and at the end of the day, what people just want is love. We just want some love, okay? So guys, I hope that helps. It's a great tip. It's really helped me. And I hope if you add a date night, you know, get a sitter, have some trade with some friends, do something, find some way, and go do something fun once a night with your spouse. It's a blast. Thanks, guys, for being a client. We love you. Take care.